Hello, this is M, the beginner crafter, and I'm here to present my progress on a few cross-stitch projects. And let's start with magical bookshelves. I'm getting a bit more of this. Still I haven't reached the edge of a page because the edge is somewhere here. And here it's more or less half of the page, so it's still not even a half of a page altogether, but you can already see some details, that there are some books, there are some trees, the sky, something glistening in the dark. So I guess there is this kind of feel of books and magic. And so far this grid is a wonderful thing to work with because I don't have to draw it myself. I'll just have to test it later on to see if it goes away. And if so, it would be great to be able to work with such fabric. It's not very available in my country. It's not easy to get it, and usually it's quite expensive if you can find it. So that's why so far I haven't worked with it. And well, I have a lot of fabric like Aida canvas, 14 count and 16 count, so I will have to use that first before I buy anything new. But this fabric, this grid, it's really wonderful. So I would really like to be able to work with such a fabric in the future as well, because it helps a lot. You don't have to focus on counting so much. It's there, and I just hope it washes off after that. So that's this. Then I've got Miranda. Just yeah, like this. So I'm really working on the second page right now. I've left those details, like those single confetti stitches, for later. And I just focused on page number 2. I haven't yet reached the edge of the page as well, just because yeah, I decided to just work in here a little bit, because some colors finish around second or third row of the grid, and then they continue here, and I just realized that maybe I should finish the thread first. Also, not to have so many threads here because they will make a mess and just cause me trouble. So I moved on to row number 2 for a bit, but I guess first I'll go back to row number 1 as well, just to have it done, because I haven't left enough space up here, so the grip doesn't hold as well here. It's difficult to stretch the fabric enough to make it taut. And well, with this fabric, I realized how important it is to do something to your edges, that you really should, I think, serge it, that's what you call it, to just stop it from fraying. I hadn't thought about that before, but this is a large project, so the fabric gets used a lot and it just, yeah, starts fraying. So that's a lesson learned with Miranda, but also with the next project, which is Virgo, because the same things are happening there. As you can see, it's not maybe as much, but this is this side of the fabric that is also like serged, I guess, maybe it's called selvage. This part of fabric also doesn't really, there's not much happening here, but here on the edges, on the sides, it's happening a lot. So that's also a lesson for the future. Although with Virgo, I have really big chances of finishing it before this fraying becomes a big problem for me, because I'm on page 9 and I'm quite advanced on this page. The face is fully done, and now it's the hair and the background, the edge of the star, and then we will go back to, well, not go back, but go to the bottom half, more or less the half of the picture. So Virgo is going strong and it's moving, and yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I like the progress I'm making with it. So everything's good with this one except for this fraying. But like I said, I should finish Virgo before anything starts happening to it. With Miranda, it might be a bit more problematic, but we'll see how it works. And another project I worked on was the fairy. With the fairy, I worked on this bit, so I think it's like 100 stitches only, but you can see a lot more detail right now because this part is kind of unexpected. It's like a ribbon from the dress or whatever. It still needs a few details because these are different colors of, I think, brown, yellowish green palette. There's also some more detail here for the dress skirt decoration part. I really don't know what it is. And there should be some tree branches and stuff around here. So there's still something to work on in the bottom, but I'll see where the mood takes me, whether I will want to finish the bottom first or maybe go back to the upper part. I don't know. With fairy, I feel like I'm going not as in not as structured way as I do with other projects. I mean, first, yes, I did the skirt. It was needed mostly because it's the center of the picture, and this fabric is not gridded in any way, and I sort of free-handed the size. Maybe not free-handed, but I haven't really thought of any kind of boundaries for the picture or grids. That's why I need to stitch somewhere close to what I've already stitched. So there is a bit of a grid made in pencil around here, because here it was a bit more difficult to think of where the stitch should go because there are different shapes. So I don't know where I will go next and how many stitches I will do next. I'm just glad I got back to the fairy because it's been a while since I worked on her. So now the fairy is a little bit more done. And the last project I worked on is the Hogwarts crest, which is, sorry, upside down. And here I did quite a lot. I did, I think, 500 stitches. So I filled in a bit of this bowl part of the decoration for the crest, and I put a lot of stitches in here to show the detail of this wavy curly thingies. In here, in this white, there will be the Gryffindor color, which is red, and I'm quite looking forward to doing that. First I need to finish this curly thingy, because it will show me also the limits of the picture actually, because there is still some side parts that I need to do. But yeah, it's also getting together. It's getting a lot more detail, and I really like working with 16 count canvas. It's a lot more delicate than 14 count as a result, so the picture is not as pixelated, although pixelated is not a good word, because with Virgo you can't really say it is pixelated if you can compare, but it is like bigger and more in your face, and with this one it's a lot more delicate and flows nicer, I think. So I think I'll leave my 14 count fabric that I have a lot of for things like bookmarks, for example, because this I think will work better for bookmarks. It's more stiff a fabric, and 16 count will be my go-to fabric for different projects because I really like working with it. And at some point I want to advance to smaller canvas, so either in 18 count or 25, although I'm not exactly sure, because sometimes it shows that 25 is, I think, exactly the same as 18, and sometimes they are shown as two completely different fabrics, so I don't know if it's really an advancement. But I would really also like to try working on linen, for example, not just on this special cross-stitch canvas like here. So that's also a goal for the future. And I have just one small announcement to make. Because the school year started and I have a lot of work this year, because of the pandemic, there are some differences in how the lessons are scheduled, and I work like longer hours and I'm away from home for longer hours. I'll have to move my posting days to Mondays, just because I will be able to record only on weekends, most probably on Sundays, just because on Saturday I also have a lot of hours from private school from language school and private lessons. So it just yeah, I just have to move those videos for Mondays, so that I can just really record what I have, edit if it needs to be edited, and usually it does, and then I can safely post it on YouTube. And yeah, I think Mondays will be better for that. This week I managed to do it, but next week all my videos, so FlossTube like this one and Crochet and Crafts Tube, which will be the next one, will be posted on Mondays. So thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. It's always nice. See my progress and follow it. Please subscribe to my channel. It makes me really happy to see that there are a lot, it all depends on what you mean by a lot, but for me more than 2 is already a lot. So every one person that is subscribed to my channel is really appreciated, and I'm really happy that you decided to join me in my adventure with different crafts. So thank you for doing that. And if you want to become a part of this group, please subscribe, and see you next time. Bye!